Welcome back to SBR Forum Videos. After their impressive showing in week number 1 against the Seattle Seahawks, are the St. Louis Rams playoff contenders in the NFC? Going to be pretty tough, but right now at Bet365, you can get odds at plus 225 for the Rams to make the playoffs. And after a week 1 win, they are already on their way here, especially after beating a team like the Seattle Seahawks, who will, of course, be battling to win the NFC West here this season. Now, not saying that the St. Louis Rams are going to beat out the Seahawks by any means. I think if it is going to happen, it's going to be in one of the two wild card spots. However, the Week 1 win does go a long way here with Seattle potentially here because they could own a tiebreaker if indeed they beat them once again here, and maybe Seattle falls off a little bit. But compared to the other teams in that division, the St. Louis Rams seem to be right now the second or third best team. The Arizona Cardinals had an impressive Week 1 showing, but I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility to believe that 3 NFC West teams could make the playoffs. I was pretty bullish on the Minnesota Vikings at 3-1, but it appears that the St. Louis Rams are an even better team at plus 225, and they and the Cardinals could be the two wild card teams in the NFC this season. Now, the only thing I think really standing in the way of the St. Louis Rams is their extremely tough schedule. Obviously, they play in one of the tougher divisions in football, and even though maybe a little down this year, the 49ers are better than I think people have projected, including myself. The Cardinals are obviously good. Seattle's still pretty good. But they do play a tough non-divisional schedule as well, as they have to play the AFC and the NFC North. So really, other than a game against the Chicago Bears and a game against a team like the Cleveland Browns, pretty tough schedule straight through here for the St. Louis Rams. If they can get above 8 wins, though, they're going to put themselves in a position to make the playoffs here. So even though, at plus 225, I'm not ready to pull the trigger yet. If they're 3-0 heading into the Arizona Cardinals game here in week number 4, I think I might be willing to pull the trigger if the odds are still around 2-1. So keep an eye out on it. Track it a little bit here over the next couple of weeks, and keep the St. Louis Rams in mind as a team to potentially bet on the futures odds here to make the playoffs. But that'll do it for me this time. Make sure you check out some of my other NFL picks as well as some of my NFL player and team props coming out later this weekend. But until then, for SBR Forum Videos, I'm Jordan Sharp.